Hey guys and girls, welcome from explorer.com. In this video I'm going to tell you about GSP elements. Previously I have gone through three things. That is the introduction to GSP. I told about GSP versus servlets, and I then went to GSP is nothing but servlet, and after that I went to comments which we use in JSP, HTML and all. And now let me talk about the JSP elements. So so if you want to, why do we write HTML code? HTML is a static page, right? So in order to make it that dynamic, we are going to embed Java code in that. So in order to make the web page more dynamic, we'll be using this Java server pages, right? So in order to write the Java code in your HTML page, you must have some language, right? You must have some elements. So for that, we are going to discuss about mainly four elements in JSP. One is declarations, scriptlets, expressions, and directives. So these are the building blocks of your JSP page. In order to make your page more dynamic, these elements are used. So let us briefly, I'll just briefly explain what these elements are. Let me go first with declaration. So declaration code that goes outside the service method is called a declaration. When I was talking about servlets, in servlets there will be a service method, that is a do get method, a do post method. I will write when I'm writing servlets, I will be writing an overridden method that is called do get and do post, where I'm going to be writing the business logic in that service methods at all. So, so in come to JSPs, this declaration code goes outside the service method. So that is our declaration. And next, coming to scriptlets. So scriptlets, JSP, this element code that goes within the service method is called as scriptlets. So service method, I said that it is the do get or do get or do post method in servlets. So in the same way, this JSP page also will have a service method. Uh, that service method is nothing but business logic which we write. So when I am writing servlets also, I will be writing a business logic in this do get or do post methods. Suppose if you want to validate the login and password of a user, I will be writing that business logic in service method. Okay. In the same way, this scriptlet code goes inside the service method. Nothing but we'll be writing business logic there. And next is JSP expressions. So code inside expressions is evaluated. So JSP expressions are nothing but if I want to produce the content onto a web page from the database, I'll be using this JSP expressions. Or if I want to display a value, suppose I is equal to 10, I want to display this I value onto the web page. I'll just write this expression by using this expression. I'll be writing that. I'll be telling more about that in coming session. And last is JSP directives. JSP directives is nothing but command given to the JSP engine. So what is it? What is the directives means? Suppose if I want to import a file, I'll be writing by using this directive. I'll be writing that import, or I want to import an URL, or if I want to import a page, I will be writing this by using this JSP directives on my JSP page. Let us go in detail about these four things. First is JSP declarations. So what are the declarations? Whatever code, whatever code goes inside this tags I have shown here, that is Java here. As you can see here, the tag is called a declaration. So whatever code you write in between this tag, that is called as declaration. So everything you write in declaration goes outside the service method. So this code, whatever code I will write in this tag, is going to be outside the service method, that is above the business logic. And when I'm talking about PHP and all, in PHP you will be writing this values. instant variables I is equal to 10 instance method or some methods, right? You'll be writing some methods or instance variables. So in the same way as in PHP, in JSP also we'll be writing the in these declarations are nothing but the instance methods and instance variables. So what you declare in declarations, you can declare methods and variables in declarations. So we are going to use suppose if I want to use a variable, that I will be using in declarations. Okay. A simple example which I can tell is suppose I want to enter in my on my web page. I want to count the number of users on my web page. So I'll be by using these declarations. I'll be writing this. If I just declare this tag over there, I is equal to 10, I is equal to 0. If I initialize the value as I is equal to 0 in this declaration tag, and when the next time when the user logs into the website, that is going to be counted, that is 1 2 3 and all. So declarations are nothing but which are shared across different requests. Okay. So why do we need a declaration? You have any variable that needs to be shared across different requests. As I said in before example, when I want to count every user who logs into my web page, I just want to count his number. So that is what the requests are shared, right? So thousands of users go access my web page. So for that I have to count each user's number to 1. So there I'll be using this declaration. So see here example which I have wrote, int instance variable is equal to 10. So I have declared here instance variable is equal to 10, and this instance variable is going to be used across any number of requests which comes to my web page. You can just get a more clarity about this in my next slide. So here, suppose let me take an example here. If I have suppose you think that there are 3 users, one is Raj, Ram and Rakesh. You just think that there are 3 users who are accessing my JSP page. So this is what my JSP page is. Like a note, you can see this here, right? So you think that this is my JSP page, and these 3 users are going to access my web page. So whenever these 3 users are going to access my web page, each time when a user accesses this page, a new service is going to be invoked. That is what the JSP service method. In scripts I will be writing this logic and all. So that's what in for every request there will be a new service going to be invoked. That is about that is about request and service. So when 3 users request, there are 3 service methods are going to be invoked. If 100 users request, 100 service methods are going to be invoked. Okay. Next, coming about declarations. So but whenever but you can see here, but what's the difference between service and declaration? You can just see here, when I'm declaring a declaration, that is going to be shared across all the requests. So these 3 users are going to access the same variable, whatever variable I declare in this declaration tag, that is going to be used by all the 3 users. So that is what your declaration is. And next thing is scriptlets. So what are scriptlets? Scriptlets, as I told before, it's nothing but where we write the business logic, and for the tag used for the scriptlets is shown there. So whatever goes inside this tag is called a scriptlet. Okay. And you can treat variables in scriptlets as methods or local variables. So it is the scope of that variable is within that scriptlet only. Whenever if you write this if you write a variable I is equal to 10 outside the service, it is not going to be a scriptlet. It is then it becomes a declaration. So whatever I write in this scriptlet, it is a local variable, and the scope is in that scriptlet only. It's not outside the scriptlet. And before I told that everything which we write in scriptlets goes into the service method. In the previous example also, you can just see here, whatever requests they are coming in every service, there will be a request here. So what do you need scriptlets need to perform some small business logic. If I want to perform a small business logic, I'll be using this scriptlets. Example I have written here as int local variable is equal to 10. So this local variable will be accessing inside only the scope of the variable is inside the scriptlet only. Next, coming to JSP expressions. So as I told before, JSP expressions are used in order to display I, in order to display the content on the web page, right? Whatever code goes. So this is the output when I run this JSP. So whenever a request comes, suppose Rajesh is going to access this web page, so his name will be printed here, welcome Rajesh, and his account will be displayed as 2. Here the user number is 2, so that is what I had represented. This 2 is represented as expression, right? And coming to first thing, declaration. I told that declarations is the one which is going to be shared across multiple requests. So whatever so here the count is going to be incremented. So I wrote here int user count is equal to 0, and suppose if Rajesh is going to access his count is number 2, and suppose Ramesh is going to access, his count will be number 3, like that. So this declaration is, you can see that this declaration tag is going to be accessed or shared along multiple requests, right? That is. And next is scriptlets. Coming to scriptlets, I told that here I have written a hard code, that is string name is equal to Rajesh your count plus plus, but whereas in real time you will be writing the business logic over here, that is writing the database. Suppose if I want to access this users, I will be accessing these users from the database, so I'll be writing there the database code, like select particular username from the table user, like that. I will be writing the business code in the business logic code in the scriptlets. And next, coming to expressions. As I told, expressions are used to display the content on the web page. Here you can see that I am representing the name Rajesh onto my web page from the business logic and user count. So that's it. Stay tuned with explorer.com, and thank you for listening. Take care. Bye bye.